Dollar Canadian dollar daily forecast June 11th, fxempire.com. Dollar CAD rose quite a bit during the session on Friday, only to turn back around as the rumors of a bailout flew around the markets worldwide. The hopium trade seems to be back on the table, and the oil markets bounced as a result. This in turn pushed the value of the loonie up and this pair down. The pair currently sits at significant support in the 103 to 102.50 area. And a lot of what's going on to drive this pair won't be coming out of Canada or United States. Instead, it'll come out of either Spain or China. The Spanish are rumored to be ready to ask for help over the weekend, and the banks in that country are supposedly going to be recapitalized by the IMF or some European mechanism. However, we know that there have been rumors of a bailout mechanism of one kind or another in Europe for 2 years. The fact that the loonie rallied late in the session could just simply be a short covering rally of the Canadian dollar, or possibly just people buying into the rumors. However, the Europeans have a history of disappointing the markets, and we think as a result that there's a high probability of this again as well. In China, they're releasing a lot of economic numbers over the weekend, and the Chinese even cut rates earlier this week. Some people suggest that this is a preemptive strike on very bad news coming out. We do not know about that, obviously. There is a question as to whether or not the market has priced in whether bad news could be coming from China. On the other hand, the Chinese simply have the power to make up their own numbers, so only so much can be gleaned from these announcements anyways. Because of this, we're paying a lot of attention to the headlines this weekend, and we will be following the oil markets next week. The opening on Monday will be very important, and we think that the end of the week could see a risk-off mode as we get close to the Greek elections next Sunday. Because of this, we still have a buy-side bias in this market, and we will look for supportive candles at the handles. For example, 102. 103, 102, 101, and then most certainly at parity. If we get some type of supportive candle at that point, any of these points, we're willing to buy, especially the later we get into the week.